And we're back. Next episode of your transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and DeviantArt that are response comments. I'm in against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. If you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off the video. I get closer. Scooch up. If you don't like what I'm saying, get on. Let's see here. If you don't like what I'm saying, click off the video. Do not lie and say it's hate speech to my videos, because there is no hate speech to my videos. It's speech you hate. That's their story. So you know, if people getting these wrong in these comment sections and me trying to them out with Bible versus space biology, and in this case, actual facts that you can look up online yourself for what WB, Sweet Baby, and Rocksteady, and Sefton Hill, Jimmy Walker have done. Okay, you can look it up yourself. Sweet Baby wrote the story, or rewrote that story. Narrative Consulting Company. They write stories. They rewrite stories to make them for the modern audience. Okay, so yeah, they wrote that. They rewrote that story to be what they wanted. They put the characters in they wanted. They put all that stuff in. They had all that stuff happen the way they wanted. WB wanted a live service game because they're doubling down on live service games. You can look up them saying they are doubling down on live service games. As the parent company of Rocksteady, they had the final say. They wanted a live service game so they could make that Fortnite money. That's why the game plays like Fortnite. It's really sad to see that. You know, so you have a game that plays like Fortnite, but its character roster is so paltry. Its story is one of the worst stories I've ever seen in my life. You know, and it's just like, yeah, you try to make a game like that, live service, it was doomed to fail. Okay, doomed to fail. And again, it's a statement game. Concord, you know, the difference between Suicide Squad and Concord is that Concord was trying to be a series game. Okay, they gave us a little bit of story, you know, showed off the characters a little bit, and we're like, yeah, here's, yeah, see you in a few weeks for the next part of the story over time, like the live service game did 5 years ago. You know, of course, that's before the live service bubble burst. So yeah, basically they never got the chance because, you know, that no one really wanted to play that game. The characters were ugly. Yeah, they were ugly, especially the females, and it was just not right. You know, just like, we're not really interested in that. You know, they should have just given the whole game, us the whole game at launch. Yeah, but that was a serious game. You know, they wanted us to stay, you know, basically hang out and enjoy, you know, go, you know, enjoy that stuff over time. You know, like many old school live service games. Suicide Squad was a statement game. They made their statement in the first a few hours of the game, the launch content of the game. One thing I can say about Baby Incorporated, good thing I can say about Suicide Squad, because the thing is they gave us pretty much the whole story at launch, which is something that games used to do a long time ago, but don't really do right now because they want to try to get stringy along for that live service bullcrap. Okay, they give us the story at launch. Okay. And they had to change, most likely had to change that story because they wanted to stay in business. Okay, the story was these normal humans beat some of those powerful clones, some of those powerful. No, there wasn't clones yet. Some of those powerful beings in the DC universe. Okay, Kryptonian. Martial, you know, basically a awesome billionaire playboy martial artist, you know, ninja guy. Guy with the Speed Force, and a guy who's one of the Lantern Corps. They beat them. Okay, these losers beat them with guns because they plot MacGuffins. Okay, that's what they did. Okay, because they wanted, Sweet Baby wanted to basically do what they always do and tear down the old world. You take the heroes out. Okay, and put their heroes in their places, you know, and it's just like, you know, when you basically hate on the heroes so much, you know, and it's just like you're cheering for the villains. Okay, when you cheer for the villains like the Superman obviously did, you know, in this throughout the course of this game, it kind of makes you look like a villain too, because it's like what thinking, what are you doing? You basically lecture the guy who you're playing as a character who lectures a guy for stopping you from killing people, okay, torturing and killing people, okay, over and over again. He has stopped you, okay. I was thinking about this at work. I'm sorry, Harley. You should get on your knees and thank God that where you're dealing with Batman. Okay. There's some other characters in the both DC and Marvel universes that if you try to pull that stuff, that you and Joker pulled, you be dead. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Punisher, he'll take you out. Spectre will take you out and no one would know why. Seriously, I saw that episode of the Spectre show, cartoon show, anime cartoon show. Yeah, people were dying, and the police were like, "What's going on? Why are all these people dying?" Of weird, ironic things. Well, continue on. Spectre like, "Yeah, I'm Spectre." At the end, one girl who they said the girl at the end, she basically paid a hitman to kill someone so she could inherit the fortune. So it's like she got killed by money. Girl was killed. Spectre figured out how to kill someone with a bunch of money. Just like, yeah, it's like, what an ironic death. The girl got killed by a bunch of money. Why is that? Say the police. So I'm like, no. You are so lucky that Batman used all his awesome martial arts skills and his no-kill rule, to basically take you down, knock you out with like a few punches, or a rear naked choke or something, Then you wake up, you're in custody, you recover, you have another chance. You should thank God. Get on your knees and pray today. Thank you, Lord. That it wasn't Batman. That it was Batman and not the Spectre, not the Punisher, not Moon Knight, not anyone else, or Captain America even. Captain America don't got no kill rule. So I'm sorry. You would take it down, dude. You would mess you up. So no, I'm sorry. It's just sad when they do that. These people wrote a story where Harley's like, you are a bad person to Batman. For what? For stopping us from doing more bad things. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm sorry. This just ticks me off. That's what ticks me off right there. It's just like, and you're trying to say that the people who helped write Arkham Batman for years wrote that. No, they didn't. Maybe he did, because they hate Batman. He's everything they hate. He's a rich, white man, okay, who has power, okay. He is an oppressor to them, okay. Even though he stops people from hurting other people, it's so sad and super racist. So let's continue on here. We have a bit of time left. Come. It was acceptance idea through lies. So maybe ink or not, he dipped to seeing how badly he effed it up. To avoid the backlash. Bullcrap. Co-founders who left here before the game was done. Yeah, the year before the game was done. Who finished the game? And were president for risk development entirely until the year they left. The same co-founders who mismanaged the studio after Night. I don't think so. Makes no sense. No. And so it says Spider-Man 2 being safe is an accurate description of what something I made a disappointing sequel. Suicide Squad Justice League is just garbage. It is. I should have liked it. And someone says, I don't know all that. Sefton and his friends made awesome games for years. To suddenly make a game that's exactly like a Super Baby game makes no sense. I think Super Baby drove off Sefton and friends because that's what woke DI pushers do to be talented people in game studios. Oh my gosh. What you got? Yeah, we're good. Let's see you. And now they're trying to get the heat off of them. Angry face emoji. And so it says, they explained the dev who called out the poor management before the game was revealed. It was so bad that she didn't even want her name in the credit. Okay. Yeah. We have a mysterious dev that known mouthpiece, Nation Schreier, said this. Yeah, I will take that with a grain of salt. Let's just say, continue on here. Let their balls breathe for a second and use your common sense. They made a great game in the past. It's been close to a decade since their last game because of bullcrap. They're responsible for this mess as much as WB is through lies. No, they're not. I say, Accusations like this is just from a Super Baby controlled studio. We have investigated ourselves and have found no wrong energy. Just wait. I'll bet 100-star Studios game will be as good. That's all I got. Real time. As good, or even better than the old Batman Arkham games. I got some emoji. Like, yeah, that's why I said they wanted to double down on my service games. I'm sorry. It's alright, that's a sex. Doesn't work. Neither accusation works. So what time it is. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube and DeviantArt.